You are being very noisy. Good thing he's cute. Hi, my name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to wrap up the book that I read for DiverseAthon. So essentially it is a review video for what Milo saw. And I'm also going to do a Friday Reads video since I'm not usually off on Fridays, and I am off today. So I will show you what I'm going to be reading and what I'm currently reading. As far as DiverseAthon goes, it didn't work out for me to read a whole lot. I was very, very busy, and I have realized my house is incredibly messy. I have been reading so much I am neglecting my responsibilities here. So I did not read a lot, and I didn't go on Twitter at all, so I can't speak to how the Twitter activity was, but I can speak for my reading experience of what Milo saw, which is the book that I really did complete in that week. This book is about a 9-year-old boy who has a eye disorder, a disordered seeing, that he knows he will be blind one day. And it is a multi-view book, which is good because, you know, if it were just from the 9-year-old point of view, it could get boring, but there were several other characters, his mother, some people that he meets, as well as his grandmother, who have their points of view in the story, although more than 50% of the book is from Milo's point of view. In the beginning of the book, his grandmother ends up setting fire to the house by mistake. She has some memory issues and ended up being sent to a nursing home. And while at the nursing, things are not right at the nursing home. So Milo, who only sees like a little pinprick out of his eyes, sees that something is going wrong and decides to do something about it. He wants his grandmother back home again. I really loved this book. I loved it. The other points of view bring a lot to this book. I think that it very well depicted disability, because there's disabilities that people can see, you know, someone who uses a wheelchair or whatnot, and then there's disabilities that some people can't see. And I really liked how this book didn't mainly focus on just his disability and what he couldn't do, but showed what he could do. Because he is an intelligent young boy who just happens to not be able to see the same way that other people see. I really appreciated how it wasn't every chapter talking about, oh, he can't see, oh, he can't see. You know, they just went on with the story, and I appreciated how his family were gearing him up to be able to use his other senses already, even before he lost all of his vision, in preparation for that. And it was just a very natural thing. There was no drama made about it. And he was incredibly successful in doing this. Now, do I think this could happen in real life? No, he could not overthrow a nursing home. A 9-year-old probably could not. But I really appreciated that. This book really focused on a lot of issues, and I felt like the characters that were there were not just thrown in there. They were well-written characters. We also meet Trippy, who is a chef at the nursing home. He also happens to be a Syrian refugee who is homeless. His story is told. His mother, Sandy, whose husband left her for a younger, thin woman, and she's overweight and dealing with the depression and the things that go on after someone leaves you like that. I think that Milo was an incredible character. With so much change going on in his life, he did not focus on it, and he moved forward and was thinking about other people. So is it 100% realistic? No, not many 9-year-olds are quite that smart. But I really loved it, and the language in the book is very basic. It reminds me a lot of Wonder in that way. It could be read by anyone, even a child. There's only a few parts where Milo walks in on naked people and stuff, and it's actually kind of funny as an adult, so just to hear what he has to say. But anyone could read this book. And the primary focus on this is not Milo's injury, it is the state of elder care in the UK, but could be applied to anywhere else in this world. I think it's an important book, and it was a fun book. I cried, I laughed, and I believe I gave it 5 stars. because it was really that good and I highly recommend it. I also read, I started it during DiverseAthon, but ended up finishing it yesterday, was The Reader by Tracy Chee. This book was very, very, very good. It is epic in construction. You can see that there is so much going on and the potential for later is huge. There are tons of characters. You can get very bogged down with not knowing what is going on because nothing really makes sense until the last 5 pages of the book. So if you don't like that sort of thing, then this is not the series for you to be reading. It takes place in a fantasy world and books are literally magic. There's only one. She has it somehow, and magic comes from books and from words, and it is supposed to be an illiterate society in that way, although they seem to understand what signs mean, so that's a little sketchy. There are diverse characters in this book as well. There are so many characters, so it's a bit overwhelming. I actually made a card with like all the characters on it so that I could keep track of who was who. And it was quite boring the first 50 pages as well. I was like, but the last 5 pages I was like, oh, yeah. So it's going somewhere. I will pick up the next book in the series when it comes out. I believe I gave it 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. The reviews on Goodreads, some people really hated it, but I liked it for what it was. It was good. The other book that I started during DiverseAthon, but have really been struggling with so far is On Beauty by Sadie Smith. And I am just struggling to get into this book. Like, her writing is beautiful, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere yet. And it's just been a lot of books now that are not going anywhere. So I'm hoping to get through some of this because I would like to finish this up, but I've been kind of putting it down and picking up other books. So maybe this weekend I will get to some of this. So I have that going on, and again, I want to finish Great Expectations, and I'm like not even hardly started in this book. So these are my two big books to read this weekend and next week. Hopefully, I'm hoping. But if things don't go right, then I will pick up something else. I've got plenty to pick up, so. Anyway, that is what's going on. I hope that everyone else has a good reading week and does a little bit better than me. And maybe next time I will wear something other than a gray shirt. You must think that my entire closet is gray. It is not. So I hope that everyone has a lovely weekend. I will talk to you another time. Goodbye.